Christchurch News with Airpark Canterbury. Found cheaper parking? We'll beat it by 10%.
Nathaniel, congratulations to you and on such an extraordinary win.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Are you feeling have you had time to kind of relax?
Not really. I thought I was going to have some relaxing time yesterday, but then had the press come by for a little interview. But after that, managed to have a break.
Did you think you would win by such a large margin?
Well, no. My prediction, my sort of private prediction, was 1,000 votes, 1,000 vote margin. Then it's currently 1,500, probably going to be slightly more with the special votes in, which is awesome. It just feels like everything I was saying resonated with people, that the work I put in was actually that it was heard and that people really cared about it, which is such a good feeling. It just makes me feel like I've got a strong mandate for all of the issues I was putting forward and the vision I was putting forward for the city.
You ran a very strong campaign, as I said to you. It was very grassroots. It was on the ground. What I felt from you is I knew where you stood. I knew what you were standing for, and that's important. Do you think some of the work that you've done with the wage issues and stuff may have helped that as well because of the communication skills and your ability to campaign where it matters?
Yeah, I think my previous experience as an organizer, as a community advocate, a lot of that is about not just talking in the vague generalities, right? Because when you actually want to solve a problem, it's not enough just to complain and say, rates are too high, or the city's not accessible. You have to actually drill down into, well, this is what we're going to do about it. Because if you want council to vote, the living wage is a great example. If you want council to do something about working poverty, it's not enough just to have a placard that says working poverty is a problem. You need to actually have a whole policy that's ready to go, it's ready to implement. So I think that approach of having really, really concrete ideas that people could latch onto has been really good. And I think another part of it was I started door knocking in May. And when you start there early, you really quickly get a sense of what the voters care about and what messages kind of resonate. And then it makes it easier to find that middle ground between where I'm starting from and what I really care about, and then what the voters care about, and then finding like what we can build together. So by the time we got really into the campaign season, I already had a really clear idea of what I wanted to talk about.
Have you had any advice from, say, some of your previous councillors, Sarah Templeton even, who was once in your ward, about how to campaign or what it's like in council? Any heads up, if you like? Sarah Templeton was the main thing. She's the previous councillor. We had coffee before I started campaigning, and the main thing was just talk to as many community leaders as you can, and got to start from there. And that's is always the approach I was going to take. You just want to listen to as many people as you possibly can, and then go into it from there. I had a good chat actually at the photo shoot with Victoria Hinstock. She was really, really friendly because she was the first time councillor last term, and she was saying, you're going to have a lot to learn. Just accept that there's going to be a time at the beginning where you're just absorbing so much information about how it all works. And, that's just how it is. There's so much to learn. So that's what I'm ready for. So I'm bracing myself for starting from my induction tomorrow is just it's like being back in school for a month or two, probably before we can really get teeth into some of the issues. Yeah. And learning all the ropes about what the hell standing orders are and what you can and can't say.
I have a folder of all the acronyms.
Good.
Yeah. So that'll be great.
What are you looking forward to the most? Is it the meetings? Is it the ability to go out and meet people? Is it the civic ceremonies, or is it all of the above?
I think what I'm looking forward to the most actually is getting calls from constituents about an issue that they're seeing on their street and going through the puzzle and the journey of how to actually fix that problem for that person, I think to me that's always seemed like the most fun part of being a councillor. I had someone actually call me just yesterday. It was the first, they said, I'm your first problem. I think that's what she said.
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah. And I said, that's great. I really appreciate it. Can we talk next week? I just have one day off. But I'm really curious to hear what she has to say.
Yeah, so there's that. I think there's that, like, it's, one actually, to give an example, one of the things that has come up in a few areas is homes or businesses that have been abandoned, some since the earthquakes, and that are just a blight on their neighbourhood. So there's one in Brookhaven where it's just this property that's been completely empty since 2011. The windows are smashed. There are weeds everywhere. There's rats breeding. So being able to do something about that, like making a really, really clear, visible, concrete difference to a community that people can look at and say, oh, really good on Nathaniel for sorting that out.
Yeah, that's a great one, because there are plenty of houses I can think of that I've had to report on over the past sort of 2-3 years. These old abandoned dumps that sadly attract crime, and also people who actually need a refund over their heads, to be honest, but also they end up being, vandalised, and then fire happens and it all goes pear-shaped from there, and it's a real shame for the community. We'll allow you to have some time, some breathing space again. It's really nice to speak with you, and congratulations on your win, and all the very best for the next 3 years.
Thanks, Chris. Look forward to talking again soon. Appreciate it.